transferring the skills from one sport to another, otherwise known as talent transfer. Have you ever wondered what life would look like if you applied your talents in a completely different environment? Can you apply previously acquired talents in a different sport? Well, these happen to be the fundamental questions regarding talent transfer and the idea that limitations and barriers can be broken down to make new pathways around the world of sport. So, what is talent transfer? Well, talent transfer occurs when an athlete ceases their involvement in a sport in which they have invested significant time and resources into in favour of pursuing a new sporting opportunity. It is defined as a recently formalised process used to identify and develop talented athletes by selecting individuals who have already succeeded in one sport and transferring them to another. Collins et al. 2014. So, what causes talent transfer and the reasons behind it? Well, changes in sport occur for a plethora of different reasons. They can occur after injuries, plateaus, and reduction in motivation and enjoyment for the sport. They can also occur as a result of the demands of one sport in comparison to another. Talent transfer can also be an effective way for clubs to identify talented players from different sports, as they highlight the similarities in traits needed to excel in both sports. As an example of this, Petr Cech, a Champions League winner and Premier League legend, the Chelsea goalkeeper retired from football in 2019 and signed for ice hockey champions Belfast Giants on loan from fellow ice hockey side Oxford City Stars in 2023. This is a prime example of talent transfer and applying already acquired skills and applying them to different sporting contexts. As Cech had years of successful goalkeeping experience, he is able to react quickly, stop shots, and make effective decisions, which were traits acquired from playing a different sport. As Cech is 41 years of age, it may be harder for him to keep up with the demands of football at the elite level. Therefore, switching to ice hockey, where the nets are smaller and require less agility to stop shots, and there is less distance needed to cover, Cech can continue to apply his traits in a high-level sporting environment. In the case of Petr Cech, talent transfer was an effective opportunity for a second chance in elite level sport. This idea of a second chance is crucial for young athletes who may have dropped out of their original sport due to deselection. Gulbin 2018 states that there may be many post-puberty athletes who do not achieve expertise or who have left their sport due to age, injury, or deselection, but still possess physiological capabilities and skills that can be used in other sporting disciplines. Moving on now to talent recycling. Succeeding in sport may not always consist of progressing through the youth system from a young age, bursting onto the scene as a young prodigy, and making a name for yourself in your desired sport. Talent recycling provides a different pathway into sport by making a transition from one sport to another. A journal published by Vaeyens et al. 2009 states that research into German Olympic athletes utilising sports crossover rather than specialisation showcase various benefits of talent recycling and attaining talent from different sports to help focus on from a sport later on in their development. One of these benefits was highlighted that talent recycling may be associated with higher level of maturity and persistence in deciding to focus on one main sport. For example, a rugby player may benefit from participating in basketball at a young age. This may develop their hand-eye coordination, decision-making, awareness, and the accuracy of their passes. This gives coach and scouts an idea of the already acquired talents in which they can tailor to the specific sport. This reduces the level of uncertainty and makes career trajectories more predictable for the coaches. This graph showcases the transferability between different sports. Sports such as cycling and sprinting require both aerobic and anaerobic efficiency and can therefore be applied to a multitude of other sports, such as football and rugby, which require bursts of high intensity anaerobic exercise. The muscle groups utilised from cycling can also be important for invasion sports, particularly rugby, which requires a significant amount of lower body strength as well as upper body strength, which can be transferred from sports such as weightlifting. Now, the effects of retirement on athletes. For many high-level athletes, sport is the only lifestyle they have ever known and experienced. A sudden end to this can dramatically alter their lifestyle, their motivation, and can take a serious toll on their mental and physical well-being. In the years after retirement, athletes can suffer considerable social and psychological issues such as acute depression, crime, low confidence, anxiety, divorce, financial strain, and even cases of attempted suicide. This is potentially a result of significant change in their lifestyle as a result of altering their life after retirement. If sport is all they have known, exercise dependence can be a significant factor. A survey published by McNamara and McCabe 2012 shows that out of 234 athletes surveyed, 34% of them stated that they had a dependence on exercises with severe physical, mental and social consequences if they didn't reach their targets. This is why talent transfer can help with retirement and unlock new doors for athletes who are forced to drop out the sport they love. The transition can be tough for athletes, but with the appropriate nurturing and judgment, an effective transition can be made. As Fred Rogers states, transitions are almost always signs of growth, but they can bring feelings of loss. To get somewhere new, we may have to leave somewhere else behind.